and welcome to the January 2026. Wow, brand new year. PRA W7 PRA meeting. I am Paul N0 VLR, chair of the board, and we'll do some introductions. Let's see. Ted, sharp and snappy dresser, you're up first for a change.
Ted, W7RTM Club Secretary, and welcome all.
Thank you, Ted. Paul, operating from let's see, I suspect the Southern Outpost tonight.
Paul, W7PEB from the foggy Southern Outpost in Roseburg.
Okay, Anthony with the giant crawler behind him.
Yeah, Anthony, KE7OSN from Staten, Oregon.
Excellent. Remind me to talk to you about something afterwards, Anthony,
All
since
right,
you've
yeah.
got all these NASA vehicles. Larry.
Larry, AF7NU in Northeast Corvallis.
Awesome. Good to see you, sir. Tyler with cat in sometimes in hand.
WB7DD, Tyler, Southeast Corvallis.
Good to see you, Tyler. Tom, operating from Northern Outpost somewhere.
Yeah, Tom, KK7YZC, about 4 miles north of Corvallis, north of Lewisburg.
Awesome. Not that much, Tom. Not that much north, Tom. I thought you were a little bit further north, so apologies there. How about you, Jens? Good to see you. Good to see you at the events that we had face to face.
Yeah, thank you. It was good to meet some of you in person. So Jens Almer, KM7AUA in Corvallis.
Awesome. Good to see you, Jens. And Mike, Professor Mike.
Mike W7RIS, about 10 miles north of Corvallis in the Soap Creek area.
Awesome. Looks like we might have a smaller group tonight. Welcome everybody to the first of the year. I am, what's the word? A little bit time constrained tonight, but right around this time of year, we start talking about elections. And I know that we'll have, some election opportunities in the February. We'll announce them in February. Anthony, help me out here. Is it February? We'll announce them in February and we vote on them in March, maybe?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, the elections are announced, nominations will open, and then if there's any proposed changes to the bylaws, then those would need to be read in February.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of jumped on the call a little bit late. Hello, Scott. How about an introduction from Scott because you just joined us? And Scott's on mute.
Hello, folks. KF7GGN here.
All right, Scott.
Thank you.
Good to hear you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to do the meeting agenda first, and then we'll go on to training. Always thankful to Mike for providing us with some educational opportunities. I will stay here as long as I can. I'm expecting some company, and if they show up, I will just go ahead and beg out. And I appreciate Anthony for doing the recording. So, let's see here. The secretary's report, Mr. Ted. Anything to report?
Other than I sent the minutes out rather late for December from the face-to-face meeting at Tommy's. I am about decided that I am incompetent and somebody should be very seriously considered nominating themselves for my position come this next couple of months.
Okay. Thank you, Ted, for your honesty. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we've had some struggles with emails and getting responses for Ted's email address, and but we provide some commentary for Ted on occasion to let him know that yes, the meeting minutes did make it out. Thank you, Ted, for your service. So treasurer's report, I actually have that, and I will put it up on the screen, and we will read it. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me just put this. Do the share screen, and that way everybody knows what we're doing here. get the right screen here. You can all see my agenda. You don't need to see this. Oh, this pretty background tonight. Okay, so Andy is not able to make it, or at least he was not joining us yet. So the treasurer's report as of January 16th, OSU checking is 819. The savings, we've got a little bit more cash in there, of course. Total of 3307 and 88 cents. We've got a PayPal, which usually means that we've got some renewals or new members. We've got a Square balance that typically is very low because not too many people pay very via Square. Got a little bit of cash on hand and a total of 3404.61. So when Andy joins, we'll certainly thank him for his service. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, stop share. All right, any questions on that? Okay, great. So on to other things here. We've got I know that I mentioned, so Ron, our webmaster, is traveling in the next couple of weeks. So he was unable to make the meeting, I think, this week. But I did ask him to send a note that if anybody gets a report from anybody trying the PRE repeater system, I got an email chain from Chris, AB7BS. He says, please email him directly and feel free to copy me on any issues coming up with noise or downed repeater systems or anything like that. I've communicated out to those individuals who reached out to me by telling them that there's a Facebook group that tells them as much up-to-date material as possible. And without me showing it on the screen, just trust me when I say the w7pre.com website is kind of sort of down. They're working on it. Chris has a new webmaster. He's trying to get it back up and running, but it's got just the absolute basic materials on it right now, which is just a white screen and a little bit of black text that says, here's the latest status. But I'm pretty sure that the repeater list is probably going to be updated at some point in time in the next, I'm guessing 30 to 45 days. Because there's been some nets. The hospital net, I think, was reporting in saying that they had trouble getting in. Chris responded right away via email and let them know what other options they had for getting their signal through for their tests. So certainly appreciate his service and dedication to keeping those running. And there is a note that saying that there's a Tower Live webcam, and if I can find it before the meeting is over, I will post it. But you can actually see tower cams on many of the sites from where you're at, from that repeater site. If I can find it, I will post it in the chat window. Okay. And like I said, Ron is yeah, he's going to report. He's going to put that on our website to say that if anybody has any comments or questions about any repeater activity or noise abatements or anything, we're going to put that on our website and cross connect it over to Chris and have him just send an email to him because that was as his request. The other item I had was the holiday party. Had a wonderful time. Thank you, Anthony, for running the White Elephant gift exchange. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun just exchanging just commentary around the room, and thanks for everybody who was able to make it. I think we had about 17 or 18 people there. Can't remember. I forgot the count. I don't have the log with me.
17, Paul.
17? Thank you. That was a good guess. Thank you, Ted. And I thought I remembered it in the meeting notes, and I just forgot which one it was. So thank you. I like to I put a section out for the meeting on outreach. We've got a number of people, including Scott with training and Glenda with some STEM events, and Larry and Paul with JOTA. So why don't we start with Larry? If you have any updates on Jamboree on the Air or any other scouting activities, that would be great.
Well, we're still working on forming our little radio club for the council. We do have a venture crew almost established to go with the radio club associated with it. I was talking to the gentleman who's kind of organizing that. The Eugene Radio Club is sponsoring the venture crew, and all the paperwork's been done. The person was just waiting for a couple more applications from some scouts to come in, and then that should go through. So we should have that set up, and once we have that set up, maybe we get a meeting going with them. Maybe we'll get some more activities going with the scouts on radio. And I'm hoping the next month or two to get with people in the scout headquarters so I can clean out some of the garage they have in their scout headquarters down in Eugene. So I can take all the equipment we have and stick it down there so we can kind of get it so people can access it and start using it. So it's moving along. It's just taking time, but it's making progress, I think.
Excellent. Thank you. So, as I look around and I've got some extra equipment that didn't quite make it to the last Hamfest because it was, well, waterlogged. Not the equipment, but the Hamfest itself. Is there anything that's needed as far as donation goes for equipment, Larry? If you could share that with us either now or maybe in an email, we might be able to, as a group, maybe have some equipment that we could, help out with you.
Okay, I'll have to get together with the group, and so I've been meaning to get with the group because no one's actually seeing everything. Most of the stuff I have is in my garage, and I need to get the group together and say, okay, here it is, guys, and see what we have and what we need and stuff for that. So
Yep.
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, please send it out to the PRA Google groups. I think I know for one, if I have something, I'd love to see it, being used, especially if it's just sitting there collecting dust. So,
and we can get official donation letters from the scouts so that if you want to take it off on your income tax, that's no problem.
Awesome. I think that power supply is worth about $4,000, actually, isn't it? All right. Just a little joke. All right. Thank you, Larry. And that's for the Pacific Crest Council Radio Club.
Right.
I believe. Got it. Scott, do you have anything to offer for either training or any contesting opportunities for LC?
Yeah, let me start with the training. So Anthony and I, put on the exam session yesterday, and I gave over the weekend the class as well for the technician people. We had, I think about 8 students there, and nicely, or I should say, according to the way I think of things, it was very nice that most of them were under the age of 30. Which is great. There's college students, and well, a couple weren't, but they were not that much older. And it was great to see that, a lot of dark hair, not a lot of gray hair showing up in these classes these days. So I was happy with that. And then we had 10 people take the exam. They all passed. All the students in the class took got their passage on the first try on the exam, which was great. And then a couple even upgraded. I think one guy just winged it on the general, and he got his general as well. And then we had one guy upgrading I think he sat for general and extra class, and got his extra class. So
excellent.
So things are going well with the classes. I'm really seriously thinking about putting on a general license course, maybe next month or in March. So we have talked with Anthony about that. See what we can do, and I have a lot of good response for people who would like to do it. So that's that. And then as far as LC is concerned, what what the latest with that is our poster boy, Ethan, KK7UXY, wants to network up at least one of the radios at LSeat for remote access. So we've been working on that. He's been, doing all the legwork, and the issue was that we would have to access the router that the library over there uses and make some modifications, but I spoke to the IT person for the Benton County libraries or the Benton County system, and they said, well, the guy himself supports that idea, but we'd have to he'd have to talk to a group of people there to see if we can okay that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I think we can use a hotspot to do the same.
Yeah.
So anyway, that would be in the future. Right now we still don't have the Aggie up yet because people over there have been dragging their feet, but we do plan to put it up in early spring, and then there'll be a beam antenna there. But in the meantime, I can get some nice dipoles up on the tower, and we can use those like on 40 and 20 meters, maybe 15 meters, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's so things have been kind of at a slow, standstill a little bit now with the weather and the season, but we'll start cranking stuff up for Elsie. So just keep in mind it will be eventually in remoted stations. That means people can access it from anywhere. I don't think there'll be a charge. At least I think the idea was Ethan wants to use that for his club. So members of his club who don't have any equipment can get on the internet and they can use the radio there and hopefully with the Aggie and do some nice, QSOing, DXing, whatever.
Nice.
That's the story on that.
That's great. I mean, if you can get a remote station on, I mean, that would be something that we would love to see a demonstration of. I know Mike's shaking his head over there going, I don't think we've ever seen a remote station demonstration on this forum.
No. Well, Ethan uses remote stations all the time. So his favorite station's in Croatia, believe it or not. So he gets on and they actually don't charge him any money because he's, so young. So he DXs all over the place, with
Let's get him on for a training session.
Yeah, I know.
Put him on.
Yeah, I'll get him to maybe
how old is I don't mean to sound like how old is he, but is he in school? Is he in college? Remind me.
No, he's in high school still. He's 16.
Oh my gosh, he could get total science credits for this.
Yeah, I know. He's homeschooled and his parents did a really good job homeschooling him,
The only reason why he's not on the VE team, because he is an extra, is because he's too young to be a VE.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is great. This makes me smile. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Anthony, for putting the training and the VE sessions out there. I know it's unsung heroes kind of stuff like some of us do with various things in this hobby. So a lot of us on this call do this. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to, just before I go, Paul, we should talk a little bit, everybody's asking like, well, what can the club do to help us get, into the hobby more? And so I thought if there's anything we can do to invite some of these newer hams I would invite them, first of all, to come on and, try to join PRA group because they're all local here. I mean, they're all local in Corvallis and so forth. And so, but it'd be nice if we got a little bit more active with helping out, I don't know, some sort of post, licensing class training or something like that.
Okay.
An Elmer program.
Yeah,
an Elmer. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. It's an Elmer. Like, what do you need to do to get moving? How do you need to move the needle, so to speak? No pun intended with the meter, right?
Yeah, because we don't want to lose them. So
yeah.
Also, the OSU club can help out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm just making up a new topic called outreach for solar activity. Does anybody have any news on solar activity that they could ask? Because that's probably the biggest outreach if possible, is the ability to communicate. I'm looking around the screen here. Anybody have any HF?
So, what do you mean? What do you mean by solar? You're talking about what the sun's doing?
Yes.
Basically, starting tonight, we're going to be almost in a blackout for the next 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah. So yeah, we had an X1.9 that just blasted off a few days ago, and we're having all the plasma and stuff ripping by the planet. as we're speaking.
So I'm going to put that in here because I like thinking that that's a great topic. It helps us learn about how the sun uh, affects our ability to communicate, and just having it just kind of a drumbeat in here, it will keep us reminding us to go and check those statuses and not be disappointed when we turn the dial and go, is my antenna plugged in? Excellent. Thank you, Mike. I knew that there was a CME and there was, of course, the Aurora Borealis for anybody who wants to go see something in the sky tonight. It's
Oh,
been in
it's lit up.
various locations on the internet.
And
Like,
it's all getting all the way down into the northern part of the lakes area right
Yep.
now.
so take a look outside, bring your camera, or check your favorite social media tomorrow. Either one.
Unfortunately, that view line has moved considerably north in the last hour.
Oh, did it?
So it was about the middle of Oregon about an hour ago, and now it's about at Vancouver, Portland.
Oh, that did move quite a bit north. That's seems to be about 80 miles north, actually.
Well, yeah, you have to realize it's all fluid up there.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everybody, for your input. We've got a couple of, so I like to always talk about upcoming events. So this is January. I'm thinking February, March. We've got the elections coming up in March, of course, for our club. We've got April, May. I'm thinking May is 7QP, and then after that is field day. So keep that on your calendars to be able to participate, help out, come learn, lend a hand, even if it's cooking. If you feed them, they will come. That was my mother's saying, and it's true. So keep that on those calendars and mark it off so that you can make it down to wherever we're going to be meeting for those activities. Mike, do you want to say anything introductory about the 7QP, or do you want to wait till later months to bring that up?
I'll go ahead when I do my talk, and I'll hit all the dates and stuff for the events coming up.
Excellent. Okay, great. So last up, we have new business or upcoming events. I remember Glenda saying, and I forgot to put it on my calendar, that there's a March Hamfest coming up. Does anybody remember the date for that?
It's actually I'll be talking about it, but it's actually Rick Rails coming up on the 21st
Of March?
of
February.
February.
Whoa, 221.
It's Puyallup in March, right?
Yeah, it's like, now's the time to grab your tables and stuff if you want to get rid of stuff.
Oh my, that's coming up faster than I thought.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. All right. Does anybody else have any other new business or upcoming events or any other topics of interest that we'd like to hear about? Now's a great time to mention it.
Is anybody going to participate in Winter Field Day, which is this weekend?
I am. I'm going to be up at Lamola Lake with the Boy Scouts. Well, I'll be up there. We'll see how many participate, but I'll be up there and hopefully the snow instead of the rain.
Yeah. Paul, I'm going to invite you to put a message out on the reflector if you want to. I don't want to create, any false sense of public advocacy, but it's up to you if you want to. Please do so. This is the kind of stuff we use the Google Groups for, to let people know that there's activities around that they can come see or understand or help out. So, and that goes for you, Larry, and others. Anybody, Anthony, if you want to cross, advertise with what Aries is doing, I think it's only going to help. It's only going to help the community. Just I know you've already done it, but I'm just a gentle reminder. Okay, last call for any new business or upcoming events. and then we'll hand it off to Professor Mike.
So I think your March Hamfest was the Mike and Key and Puyallup,
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, thank you.
and that's
That
March
was up
7th.
in Upper Washington somewhere, right? Or Central
Just
Puyallup.
south of Tacoma, yeah,
Puyallup?
or between Tacoma and
Okay. All right. Thanks. Well, as we are always great to have Mr. Mike Shelby, W7RIS, share his wisdom. I ask for everybody to go ahead and mute their microphones out of respect for the presenter, and we will listen with astute ears.